now it's almost summer. I'll wait a few minutes for you to show up. I just like to block out the ring light. One of those things that just bugs me. All right, are we here? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a guided meditation for a healed America. We do this every single Thursday night. Let me turn on my microphone here and give you guys a chance to see that I'm on. Hello, hello, hello. I was just across the street making a video. Hope you caught that. Let's talk about what's happening, and after 15 minutes we'll go straight into a guided meditation for a healed America. Donald Trump is losing everything. He's just losing. He's losing because he's a loser. Good evening. Guten Abend. I like that. I don't know any German at all. Guten Abend. You've been locking your front door every night. For any particular reason? Most people do. I double lock my front door. I have 2 front doors. Did I see Kristi Noam cartoon of her being in the hospital being treated by dogs? That's good. No, I did not. That's funny. We'll read on that tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday already. Just to remind you while I have you here, if you're a member, you are invited. And if you're not a member, you can join for as low a rate as $7.99 a month. You have access to all the extra things that I do. We have a psychic party every single month, the last Saturday of the month. But since the solstice falls on this Saturday, I'm going to do it this Saturday. All right. Hello, America from Texas. I want everyone to be focused on anything that's good, because what you put your focus on increases. Yeah, definitely lock your front door to keep ice out. We're going to talk about ice in a moment when we have a few more people here. I am so grateful that we get together. I am so grateful that we've been keeping this up for years now. We're in our 3rd year of doing guided meditations for Healed America. We used to do them with a group that I formed with Grassroots of Democracy. After I kind of shut that down right before the election, I decided to do it here as a live stream. And we get more people that way too. Minds joined together is more powerful than you know. Just let that be the truth that you really adhere to, because it is true. Minds joined together are more powerful than we know. I do want to show you something. Yeah, I just uploaded the pop-up. Sorry, they tend to dovetail into each other. Let me show you something. I want to remind you of something that I told you. I told you that Sadhguru is currently in LA. Sadhguru goes to various cities in America and different countries. There's an ashram in Tennessee. I've been there several times. In McMinnville, Tennessee, a couple hours east of Nashville. And I happened to see on the schedule that Sadhguru was scheduled to be in LA on Tuesday for a program. And I mentioned that brought me peace, and it made me very happy. And now I'm going to show you what's going on. I'll show you a little bit of this, because this happened in LA today.
Like, if somebody's here illegally and has repeatedly committed felony crimes and done terrible things, of course you can deport them and give them due process. But that is much different than what's going on. The Trump admin is
you may have seen this. This is at a Dodgers game.
Who are going to the court for their court date. They've been waiting for their day in court, and when they arrive at the courthouse, ICE is waiting for them. Or ICE goes into nail salons, or LA Dodgers stadiums. What do you think you're going to find in the LA Dodgers stadiums? And this brings us on to what happened today, because the LA Dodgers officially released a statement.
Sadhguru is in LA.
With
It's
protesters
just
got
an energy.
outside early
It
this
raises the
morning
frequency.
say, again, we don't want immigration and customs enforcement here whatsoever. So let's start off with this clip. So this is where it began. You see the LAPD holding the line right here for the Dodgers Stadium, and right after that, ICE begins to fully arrive. Now, when ICE arrives, they aren't quite able to make their way in. Let's watch the moment they get stuck and decide to sort of leave. They turn away. They just dip. It's beautiful. The LA Dodgers release a statement right after.
They
They
left.
decided to leave. Before
ICE
leaving, they did
left.
stand around. I mean, they stood around for a while and just waited for protesters to move. They waited. They stood around. They thought maybe the protesters would give up. But again, when our institutions begin to fail, it kind of comes down to people on an individual level to stand up for what's right. Individuals like AOC at the highest level, individuals like Brad Lander, the comptroller of New York City, individuals like Senator Alex Padilla, individuals like you, like the people who every single day tune in, the people who make
That's awesome.
content, the individuals who report the news, all working together at an individual level to push back when it feels like our institutions begin to fail us. So as you can see, there's helicopter view. So one more time, it resulted in this clip right here, this beautiful clip of ICE agents deciding to just dip. And of course, the LAPD seems to be escorting them. Of course. But the LA Dodgers then said on their official account, this morning, ICE agents came to Dodger Stadium and requested permission to access the parking lots. They were denied entry to the grounds by the organization. Tonight's game will be played as scheduled. Someone said, can the Dodgers please make a public statement denouncing the ICE presence? Stand up for your Latino fans. But yeah, it's not even Latino fans. Do you know how many Latino Americans not only play on the Dodgers, but enjoy baseball, live in LA, and what Trump is doing is targeting majority Latino communities in a brazen and reckless way to stir up fear, confusion, and chaos. Again, they target people who are going through the proper processes. So when ICE agents arrived, seeking entry to what some people say like the city's heart, they were not met with silence. They were not met with people who bent the knee or who laid down, rolled over, and took it. They were met with solidarity, like literally a line of people standing there saying, we refuse to let you in the stadium. The stadium will not be used as a staging ground for fear and deportation, or the stadium won't be used as a set for anything other than playing baseball. And I mean, I know it's trite, but this is genuinely what democracy looks like. This right here is what democracy looks like.
This is America.
People of all backgrounds, a diverse amount of people standing shoulder to shoulder to shoulder, refusing to be divided by fear or by hate. It's a reminder that strength comes from not only diversity, but standing together at an individual level when institutions are failing us. Because deportations are obviously being taken way too far due to executive expansion, meaning Donald Trump is using the executive branch to make sure that people are being targeted at courtrooms, courthouses, and, nail salons, or just...
So yeah, we know how bad it is, but I just want you to know. Yeah, it's working. And don't think that Dumpy isn't intimidated by this show of force from the people. Right? So that's Adam Mockler. Yeah, he's going places. There's a few guys, not just a few, there's several, in the 20 to 25-year-old category that are knocking it out of the park as far as I'm concerned with covering democracy, being pro-democracy, being brave. Yeah. And when I saw that, my mind immediately, whether you believe it or not, I do believe it. That when a very strong, powerful avatar, advanced soul, who's a peaceful, with such a peaceful vibration, goes to a city, the vibration of the city changes. And Sadhguru is there now for probably a few days. Maybe a week. Probably, but I'm thinking 3 to 4 days. I saw it on the schedule at Isha Foundation. That's how I knew. So what we do here makes a difference. And that's why I'm so pleased when I see about maybe 600 people watch, like total watch it on replay. I'm assuming they're doing the meditation. It's the meditation, it's the refusing to think about failing to save our democracy. We don't even let that be a part of our thinking. We say no, that's not what we want, so don't think about it. So we don't think about that. We're taking back democracy and we won't be backing down. That's the tagline of my song. Failure is not an option. Exactly. We should not be talking, and I don't say should very often, but I'm going to say it here. None of us should be talking about, oh, democracy's over. And you're going to hear me saying that over and over and over and over again. Yeah, master vibration. If you ever have the blessing, I have the ridiculous blessing of having hung out with Sadhguru before he became famous. If you're in the presence ever of somebody who's that advanced, some people say that they've seen Amma, the hugging guru. Some people met Sai Baba when he was here. Maharishi Ramdas's guru and Krishna Das's guru. You know, these are people that when you're in their presence, that you completely transform. Sometimes your body goes into like Kundalini shakes. It's incredible. Chanting Om makes a big difference too. That raises the vibrational frequency. Gregorian chant raises a vibrational frequency. I heard that the Pope has videos called Singing with the Pope that raises a vibrational frequency. Okay? So we're working with energy. That's why we're here. The reason I do this is because I study this. I know this. And it would be I would be remiss to not share it. I wouldn't even feel good about myself to have all this experience that I've had and all this awareness and all this knowledge and to not share it. It would feel like I couldn't live with myself. So it boggles my brain how these MAGAs in Congress can live with themselves because it's ridiculous. It's yeah, love the new Pope. I just purchased a book called Opus, O-P-U-S, about Opus Dei, just speaking of the Pope. And I ordered a book about that was written by a priest that does exorcisms. So that I'll share that with you again more when we have more time. You have about a minute to text your friends to tell them to join us for this live stream. You pasted 100 Days with Sadhguru? Is that a book? I don't know what that is. When I met him, there weren't any books. It was incredible. I mean, that he has so much fame now is amazing. Yes, I'm glad to share. And as long as people show up, I will continue to share. So we're going to go into the meditation in about a minute and a half. I like to start exactly at the 15-minute point. Yeah, MAGAs and some Congress people need to change their outlook and their minds. And you know what? I mentioned on my pop-up that I just uploaded. You can watch it after if you haven't seen it. The people like Steve Bannon and Tucker Carlson, not that they care about us, because they don't. But they're opportunists. And now they're starting to ride the wave of, oh, what's trending? So, however you get there, you know. We have less than a minute before we meditate, so make sure that you're in a quiet place where you will not be disturbed at all. Make sure none of your pets are going to be crawling all over you, because distractions make it less powerful. It's just 15 minutes. And I'll probably close this door, because sometimes these really loud motorcycles go by, so I have a... one portable air conditioner arrived that I ordered, and our friend Josh is sending me another, so thank you for that. Okay. We have 15 seconds, 14, 13. Get ready to meditate. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your eyes. And take a long, slow, deep breath in. And hold that breath. And then a longer exhalation. And do that 3 times, taking a long, slow, deep breath in. I know for some people it's hard to hold their breath for too long, but as long as you can. And a longer breath out. And another long, slow, deep breath in and hold it. And a longer breath out. And you can join me aloud if you feel comfortable, or just to yourself, just listen. I'm going to chant Om 10 times. And the way to chant Om properly is it's like Om 10 times. Aloud or to yourself. Deep breath in. Feel the vibration moving out into this country. Visualize the golden light all over this nation. All is well. Raising the vibration. And settling in. Notice the change in your vibrational frequency. It's very subtle. Give your entire body permission to relax, permission to be peaceful, reminding yourself that there is peace in this moment. Everything else is a distraction. Focus in on the peacefulness. Focus in on the sensation of being calm. And now imagine that you are in front of a body of water like a lake or a pond. And it is so calm. There's not a breeze anywhere. It's so completely still that it looks like a mirror. And you see the reflection of the sky in this body of water that's extremely still. And you're just noticing how still this water is, and remembering that your body is made up mostly of water. Just by visualizing it, you feel the systems in your body completely still and peaceful. Imagine the energy of that very still body of water is transmitting to you. Feel that stillness, revel in that stillness, and be grateful that you're able to access that stillness. And bring your attention, your focus to the solar plexus chakra, which is known to be yellow and beneath the rib cage in the center, just a few inches below the rib cage. And just bring your attention to that area and imagine that that area, and in any ways that it had weak energy, imagine the energy growing stronger, like a muscle. The more it's used, the stronger it gets. This is the center of your will, self-will, and your right to be here. Your right to exist in this world. Your right to be able to express who you are. The right to take up space. Imagine that chakra. Imagine it as a circle just below the rib cage in the center. Imagine that it's getting stronger than it was. And now feel that strong energy of self-will and your right to be here remains and continues to get stronger as you bring your attention to the heart chakra. Imagine the chakra right in the center of your chest. It's green, it's emerald green. Imagine it's becoming more open and resilient, receiving loving vibrational frequencies and sending out loving vibrational frequencies. And now imagine your solar plexus, the yellow chakra, and the green heart chakra are connected. Imagine a band of light connecting them. And now imagine that they are shooting rays of light that meet, so they form a peak, almost like a sword. Your solar plexus meeting the heart chakra energy, forming a point that looks like a sword of light, blending together. This is a divine light that's being created by you in the stillness and in the peace, forming an etheric sword that injects peace into any situation. And now imagine that you are in a scenario. Just imagine yourself in one of those scenarios, you can even make it up, that's been happening around this country and is planned to be happening with more ICE agents and military. Imagine you are sending this sword of divine light like an arrow into all the areas where ICE has shown up. It's a peaceful, high vibrational frequency shooting right at them, not hurting anybody, actually minimalizing their need to be aggressive, causing all these agents to feel and know that they're not different from us. to know that what they are doing is wrong. Maybe not all of them will be affected, but some will, and maybe a majority will. You're shooting that sword of white light from your solar plexus and your heart, yellow and green, all blended together. Imagine a scenario where ICE agents are showing up to the courthouses, to the games, to the schools, to the churches, to the factories, to the big stores, to the nursing homes, to all these places, to the restaurants, to all these places that they're showing up to arrest innocent people, and you're sending swords of light into all the areas where the ICE agents are, and that's neutralizing and stopping all potential damage. See them turn around. See them quit. See them refusing to follow orders from a fascist wannabe administration. Raising the vibration with your intention. Doing it collectively. And you can do this exercise anytime you think about it, anytime you hear a story about them going into areas and terrorizing people and ripping apart families. You're sending this sword of light emanating from your solar plexus and your heart especially, sending them on their way, giving them an overwhelming sense that this is wrong and they're not interested anymore in being so unpopular, to say the least. And relax your focus and know it is done. And that this meditation visualization continues like on a time release, long after you're finished, and you can do the meditation anytime. And now imagine everybody who's meditating with this particular meditation. Imagine us as one consciousness, like a little cloud above your head, one consciousness, a white cloud of light, merging with the other clouds of light, merging with the clouds of light that are emanating from all the people of this country and the world that are praying for peace, for love to prevail, for this madness to stop, sending this peaceful energy of all of us as a collective one mind across the world, all the people that don't want war, of course, sending it to Iran, to all the people in the Middle East. And as we focus on our etheric level of light, high vibrational frequency light, we change the energy to one where war cannot be sustained. It just falls apart. The war on Ukraine ends, cannot be sustained. It just falls apart. And now bring your focus and your attention, that cloud of light, beautiful, bright, brilliant, divine light, bring it over now in your imagination to the streets of Washington, D.C., to the White House, into the Pentagon, into the Capitol. Imagine that light of all of us consciously connected, like one big cloud of light, moving down, covering the White House and the Capitol and the Pentagon. And imagine this brilliant, collective, divine, healing, correcting light permeating the entirety of the White House and the surrounding area, permeating the entirety of the Capitol building and the surrounding area, permeating the Pentagon and all the surrounding area. And imagine yourself stepping back and viewing these buildings in entire clouds of light. This light is scrubbing the place clean, and all dark entities cannot stay. They fall apart, they scramble, they want to get out of there. And eventually you see they're no longer there. And this collective energy, vibrational frequency continues. They leave. All the evildoers leave. They cannot have any power in the presence of our incredible light. They leave. They exit. The big bad bill is dropped entirely. And now imagine the light fading. And you see the buildings shining. They're so beautiful. They're even more beautiful than you've ever seen them, because now they are free of the dark entities. And imagine all the people that support democracy being the only people in our government. We don't have to know how or when, just what. And in trust and faith, you can relax your visualization, bring your attention to the breathing, the gentle sensation of the breath as it moves in and out of your nostrils. And you can use this kind of breathing at any time, especially when you feel anxiety and panic, which is most often occurring because you've read something that's not true. Following the gentle sensation of the breath as it moves in and out is a way to calm your energy and bring you into the present. So with a great sense of faith and trust that continues long after this meditation, you've done great work here, and it continues, and you will see evidence that it's happening. Keep that calm demeanor, that peacefulness throughout your activities of your night and day. And I'll count up from 5 to 1 to bring you to an awakened state, and I'll just end the meditation there. 5, coming up to 4, 3, 2, and when I count to 1, you can continue meditating or you can open your eyes. And 1. Thank you and namaste.